Good morning, my name's Tom. I'm with Home and RV, and I'll be doing your walk around your brand new Outback this morning. And as we start around the unit, we'll talk about your roof and your roof maintenance first. You have a solid roof membrane that from front to back and side to side, except for when things come up through the roof, such as your air conditioner and your vents. And you have a seam or at the front and one at the back, and of course everything that comes up through the roof has Dicor sealant around it. Dicor is a brand name. They make a lot of things for campers. They make this sealant that's non-silicone. Do not use any silicone on that roof. It will eat through the membrane. As we're here on the side of the unit, notice your speakers. Your speakers, outside speakers, are water resistant, not waterproof, so do not spray directly into them. They will take rainwater and you wash in the unit. You have a nice tray for your storage that pulls out and locks in, and your storage area is quite roomy. As we come on around, you have your tongue jack. Your tongue jack has a power switch, and you'll be able to hit tongue jack and extend or retract. And then you can also run all your stabilizing system as well. Over here are your LP tanks. Your LP tanks are full and they're ready to camp. They're both on right now, so we can show you how things work inside. And this regulator has a little green flag in it, shows that there's gas in the tank, and this indicates we're drawing from this tank first. When this tank runs dry, that green flag will turn to red, and you'll know that you're out of gas in the one tank. So it's also a good idea to camp with one tank off and use one at a time, so you know you have a backup. Behind that's your deep cycle marine batteries. You want to check the cells about every 4 to 5 months. Make sure water's staying over the plates. If it's at or below the plates, just add some distilled water. Down below and just behind, it's the switch for your cap lights, which I just turned off. This is your on-demand water heater, and you just want to make sure that there's water in the unit before you light it off. And we have de-winterized, and there is water ready to come into the unit. More storage. We do give you a sewer hose for your dump, and we'll show you where that connects pretty soon. Your outdoor station where you have a water hose. You can bring everything up through the port in the bottom to hook up your city water, and your city water would hook in here. Once you are on city water, if you want to camp with city water, you'll turn all your valves this way. To camp with dry camp, what we call it, is the water that's in your onboard tank. The valves will turn that way, and that's the way you see them now, because that's how we're going to run water inside. As you notice over here on the left, or the right, I'm sorry, the black valve, you can hook a water hose up to that. Once you've dumped your black tank and the indicator inside shows that there's still something in it, it means there's either something stuck on the sensors, could be paper or solids. And what you'll do is make sure you're hooked up to your dump right here, and it's also in a dump site. Then you're going to pull your black tank pull, which is the middle pull, and that will open up everything. Then you can hook a hose up to this valve, and you'll be able to flush out the black tank. There's also 2 gray tank pulls on that, and then back here, you have a gray tank as well for your sink. Here is your furnace exhaust. You want to get a screen for this to keep mud daubers and little varmints out and keep you from having a repair bill. We come on around, there's also more storage here. Big door for that. Your 50 amp service is located to plug in right here above your bumper. You'll need 50 amps to run 2 air conditioners at a time. If you do not have it plugged into 50 amps, do not run your 2 air conditioners. We're plugged into 30 amps right now, and you're able to run 1 air conditioner at a time on 30 amps. You have your stabilizers here, and once you've backed your unit in and leveled it up on the tires one side to the other, then you can run your stabilizers down to stabilize the unit. As we come on around, you have a nice awning on your slide out, and that operates with the button inside, as well as the awning over your door. It's a little windy today, so we're not going to put the awnings out. That's another thing you want to protect, is if it's windy, leave them in. If it's raining or storming, bring them in, because they will not stand the wind. As we come in the front door, you have your service panel here, and by pushing a button you can tell that you have fresh water in your tank, your battery's fully charged, all the other tanks are empty, your water pump is on, you have a fresh tank heater and a black tank, gray tank heaters, ceiling lights, awning lights, and night light are all here, and then you have your room slides and your awning slide or awning buttons here. Below that is your water heater. Water heater is on demand, so it's turned on now. It's set up at 116. You can also change that. That's Fahrenheit, of course. So come on around into your kitchen. Behind these doors you'll find your breaker panel and your 12 volt battery, or 12 volt as well. Come on around in the kitchen. You have your microwave here, your double 12 volt refrigerator here. Both sides are independent, but they run on 12 volts, so as you're traveling down the road, one, you want to make sure you put the locks on so the doors don't come open, and two, the refrigerators will stay on your battery or your hookup on your tow vehicle battery as well. You come around to your cooktop, you simply turn it on to light and hit the sparker, and it will light the burner that you turned on. Also, the knobs will turn red when the gas is coming out, and then off. You can have them all blue, which means there's also no gas coming out, but as soon as you turn them on, then they will light. You want to travel with the gas or the top down so that you don't break that, and then you have a light and fan over your cooktop. Have a nice big TCL TV and your radio. They all have their own remotes. The radio remote, off and on, AM, FM, you can tune everything in. You also have a remote for your fireplace, and you can change the look of the flame. and off and on, and it will put out heat. We have your couch out, or your sofa made into a bed. It simply, you pull the bottom cushions up. There are legs on the bottom that you can open up and then pull the back down to make the bed. And then you can put the pillows back up the way they are now for a headboard. You also have your recliners and your table that can be pushed down and made into a bed as well. By simply pushing it on, Then you can bring the pillows forward and make a bed there. We're going through the cabin. We'll come back to the thermostat. This thermostat will run the AC and the heat. And then right now, of course, we have it on heat because it's a little cold here right now. Your toilet, you would simply want to barely touch the pedal until water comes in the bowl to where you want it, to where you would use it at similar to a home. And then after use, you're going to push the pedal all the way down to flush it. And that's also where you're going to put your black tank chemicals. Your black tank chemicals last about a week. If you have not emptied your black tank in that week, then you either need to add some more chemicals or go ahead and dump the tank and put new chemicals in. Your nice vanity, walk-in shower, switches for your fan and your lights. We come through this door into your bedroom. A nice sized bed. Your walk-in, or not a walk-in, but your closet. Almost could walk in. You have a hookup for a washer and dryer here. You would need to take your shelves out, of course, in order to install that. You have an emergency exit here, and to use it you just simply pull the red knobs, push the window out, and exit through that port. See if there's storage under the bed. Yes, there is. You even have a doggy cage. This thermostat also runs your AC here. It does not run heat. Only the thermostat in the hallway will do that. Oh, all right. Well, that pretty well takes care of the walkthrough as we normally show people. We want to thank you here at Holman's for buying your unit from us, and we know that you're going to have a great time camping in it.